Good morning, world. I'm coming to you from Kenya, Africa, from the villages, and this is Lynn Afros. Thank you for stopping by. Today, we want to transform our little kitchen right here, outdoor kitchen right here. The other time, we were trying to smear it, but it was too rough to just smear. So what we did is we just did these rough patches to hold up all the dirt, the mud together, and today we now want to smear it and give it a good finishing. This is what it looks like right now, and we're in the process of gathering the materials that we'll need to transform this little space. And the first one is already here. This right here is cow dung. It's fresh cow dung we collected from a neighbor, and it's like the cement the glue that holds together everything. So now we're going to get our clay soil, and that's what we're going to use for the process. We will also do the interior. It's looking rather rough right now, and even if it's an African touch, there's a way that you can actually make it look really good. So there were these spaces where, as you can see, there are lots of patches on the roof, because around here we have really strong winds and sometimes they just tear at the roof. So like the whole thing is torn from this part down, and it will need replacement. Although I'm thinking about actually thatching it. Thatching it will mean an overhaul. So we'll just see if that works. If not, we'll just make do with another iron sheet on this side just to repair and ensure there's no excess water flowing into the house when it rains. The rain season is almost here. See, this is the damage that was done, and we already put this. It's still holding, and we intend to now smear it to look much like this one. The kind of clay around here looks almost like cement. So when you're done, somebody can even think that you've plastered the house when it's just clay. So right now we're going down to the riverside where we have the clay soil, because around here we do not have the clay soil. This is kind of loam soil. But down by the riverside, somewhere where those trees are, we can access the clay soil. So that's where we are headed. So we're going to get some buckets of clay soil to transform this space once and for all. This here is the clay soil. Right now it's during the dry season, so it's not looking as pale as it usually should when it's in contact with water. So it looks like the normal soil. I was even skeptical about it, but I was told that this is the real deal, and we are yet to testify. This is the primitive technology of plastering. I'm really fascinated. Having come back to the village, I'm fascinated by the kind of houses that we have around here. They look extremely durable and so beautiful. You get into a homestead and you won't even believe it's a madhouse, because they do a really good job in smearing. So today I have people that have been doing it for the longest time helping me. I'm learning along the way about this primitive technology of making sure that your house is really looking nice. I remember back in the day when we used to have this in our own villages during Christmas time was when most of the people were excited about refurbishing their homes, so to say, because then they will smear it beautifully and then decorate it and maybe write something like welcome home or Merry Christmas on the wall using chalk, and it used to look really beautiful. I even remember how we used to create flowers or patterns on calabashes using the little lanterns. I don't even know how it's called in English. There were those little lanterns that are made out of tin, and they just give a light that's similar to the one that the candle gives. So you use it to create patterns on calabashes, and it used to be really beautiful. And the same goes with the walls of the houses. So after smearing, there are these experts that could really draw nice flowers or something, some patterns on the walls, and then you could decorate the ceiling using strings and paper patterns, papers that were already used, but they could be repurposed to create really nice patterns, maybe flowers or just any form of a zigzag or wavy patterns that used to really look cool. I think those were the times that you will just about do anything without having to spend a dime. Like today, we aren't spending much because we have all the resources we need right here. I borrowed the clay soil from one of the neighbors freely, and then we had the cow dung from another neighbor freely once again, and then we have our water source within the compound, so that's also free. And so we are going to have a little transformation in our compound using absolutely no scent at all. This is really exciting. So it just takes the effort you use in the human resource only, the labor, and you're done. And in the village, the labor cost is almost negligible, so that doesn't really count. So I think that's the reason why in villages we do not have a housing problem. So the culture around here, this is Kuria in Migori County, Kenya, East Africa. The culture around here is that we have boys being circumcised when they get of age. The age is around when the kids are about from 2 to from 4, around there. So that should be around 16 to 18 years old. That's when a majority of them, especially those that go through the the ritualistic circumcision, go under the knife at around that age. And immediately after that, it's the norm here that the boys should no longer stay in the same house with the parent. So immediately after that, you already have a home, and you've seen how easy that is. Look at this. This is our final look. What do you think? Do you remember where we started from? And this is now how it looks like. It's looking really pretty. We're getting lots of compliments about this little space because of this uplift. I hope you loved it. I hope you learned something. Leave a comment if you did. Remember to subscribe. Remember to like, share, and leave a comment down below. Thank you for watching this far. It's a real pleasure having you join our channel time and again as we share our lived experiences right here from the villages. It's been a pleasure. I love the outcome. I keep coming here, and I am thinking even about transferring the animals from this space and just creating a very unique traditional African village outdoor kitchen from this space here, right here. It's been quite neglected, and now it has a fresh breath of new life. We're loving it. Thank you for coming this far with us. See you in the next one. It's bye from us. Love you all.